From Studio 1A in Tampa, Florida, comes a talk show that really feels your pain and tells you like it is. We love America and all that freedom-loving Americans want to protect. Live from coast to coast and on your radio, it's For the People with Keith Allen.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people. Whatever your source of stress or strife, for the people is there.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. El Keefo here on this Thursday, October the 19th, 2017. It is For the People. You like that? El Keefo. I mean, if Rush can do it, I don't know, it just doesn't have the same ring, right? Just being a little silly today, if you can forgive me here. I mean, come on, it's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, looking forward to it. There is some concern for terror in our country, and it has been that way since 9/11, but there seems to be an alarming uptick. And the threat levels in the U.S. are extremely high, in case you didn't realize waking up today, as intelligence indicates that the Islamic State group and other terror groups are using small-scale plots to build towards what they're saying another 9/11. This is the intelligence that they are gathering. The terrorist organization, be it ISIS or others, want to have the big explosion like they did on 9/11, Duke said. This past Tuesday, speaking at the U.S. Embassy in London, Britain's Express reported they want to take down aircraft. The intelligence is clear on that. Their ultimate goal is creating terror, a van attack in London, as well as a sporadic knife attacks accompanying that, just that, while never giving up on a major aviation plot. Duke became acting head of the DHS in July when General John Kelly left the position to become White House Chief of Staff. President Donald Trump recently nominated Christian Nielsen to lead the DHS, but the appointment awaits U.S. Senate confirmation. So this past Tuesday, Duke underscored the importance of tightening security around the world. Laptops posing one of the many threats to airline industry because so many people are able to get aboard with a laptop, and there's things that you could actually put in those things. So she also called upon technology leaders to help combat ISIS propaganda spread on the internet as homegrown terrorists have increased in the United States. And still investigations in all 50 states, by the way. Still ongoing ISIS sympathizers, those that, what is that magazine called? Inspire. That's what ISIS, that's their publication. That's what they call it, Inspire. And that's pretty much their propaganda tool to be able to inspire others to be able to lay down their lives for Allah and give themselves to him for the 77 virgins. There's nothing really new. We've been under pretty much the gun, so to speak, for years. After 9/11, we've known to be vigilant, and laptops, technology, that it's really, I don't see anything new, but it is, kind of concerning when you have the head of the Department of Homeland Security saying that the threat levels in the U.S. are extremely high, that equal to that of 9/11. Whatever that means from them gathering intelligence. In other words, there's enough chatter, is what they call it. Enough intelligence, enough information showing that, they're wanting to do something. Not a surprise. I mean, we know that we're under attack. And here's the thing. The caliphate, as the Islamic State has put it, has been really decimated greatly. Over 85% of the territories that they were once controlling, I know they killed some of our special forces guys in Niger. That's terrible. That's terrible. That was ISIS. But they are angry. They're upset. And I'm sure they would like something spectacular to still prove their relevance. So expect it, because in Syria we just took over one of their strongholds. It'd be one of their main operating systems, states, to where they had their headquarters. They've been run out. They're gone. And so they're losing a lot of territory, where places where they were able to build things, have meetings, collect taxes, and all the stuff that they were doing in Iraq, they were doing there in Syria. And now they're being run out of there. So they're going to be desperate. And they're going to be doing more desperate things. And this is something this is their modus operandi. This is how they do business. Unfortunately, this is the world that we live in. However, I'm encouraged by how Donald Trump has been dealing with terrorism. Again, underreported in the mainstream media. That over 80%, more than any time in 8 years, has made an impact against the Islamic State. But you got to liken ISIS to angry hornets. They want to take over the world. They want Islamic rule. They want Sharia law. They want to rule the world. And it's a sick, decrepit ideology, but it's one that it exists. It's there. And it's sad to say that there are sympathizers in all 50 states, meaning that there's thousands of people living in our country that would like that to take place here in America. They'd love to treat women like crap, like objects, and not allow them to vote, have rights, and let men do whatever they want to do, and destroy this country. And they don't like our country. And I'm thinking, why do you come here if you don't like our country? If you don't like our country, leave. Go someplace else. Even the terrorists from 9/11 enjoyed the strip clubs here in Tampa, Florida. They did. They were seen in the strip clubs here in Tampa. You don't see strip clubs over there. It's just part of living in a free and open society that we have such places. You may not go there, but there are people that do. They like to see a dance, like to eat their steak and watch somebody dance naked. Wasn't there a John Mellencamp song, Dance Naked? To each his own. The older I get, I honestly, I try not to judge. I really don't try to judge. I mean, there's people that's their thing. It's not my thing. But judge lest you be judged. And so anyway, I'm sure that people that go there, a lot of them, not all of them, but probably a lot of them are probably lonely people. Looking for some convo, looking for some conversation, and have some eye candy with it. I don't go to those places. I don't know really anybody. Recently, in the last decade or so, or maybe one of my younger years, I've been in a couple. When I was in my 20s, it was a while ago, to check it out, to see what all the hype was. How did I do it? Well, my brother was a strip club DJ. He'd admit to you today. He got out of the business. I never thought he would. But he said it's very corrupt. It's prostitution that's running out of some of them, he would tell me. And he goes, I felt bad for the girls. And he works for UPS, got a good job with them out in Dallas, and I'm very happy for him that he's decided to do something else with his life. But anyways, you spend a lot of money there, and you get nothing in return, really, other than an empty wallet. But that's how that works, and that's how the girls get their money, and that's how they get ahead. But people, they spend their last dollar for combo. And for a little eye candy for a minute, and then they have to wake up to their sad existence of reality, for whatever that is. And it's just worse off. They don't see it that way, but it's a Band-Aid just for a minute. Drudge, Facebook, and the New York Times could face libel suits sharing fake news under a Dem plan. Oh, yeah. This is coming from the Washington Examiner. It says political content on the internet, paid or not, should face substantial federal regulation to eliminate undefined disinformation and users of platforms and news feeds from Facebook or Twitter or the Drudge Report, and even the New York Times could be punished for sharing fake news from those sites. The former Democratic chair of the FEC is urging in this broad proposal that adds threatening libel suits and regulatory plans already pushed by Democrats on the Federal Election Commission. Ex-chair Ann Rabel believes that there is support for expanded regulation in the wake of reports foreign governments spent $100,000 on 2016 political ads on Facebook. She would include fake news, not just paid ads, to be regulated, though it's never defined other than the Democrat description of disinformation. And anybody who shares or retweets it could face libel suits. There is a lot of fake news on the internet, there's no doubt about it. And how the liberals would actually define if that's their bill that doesn't serve them, that would be interesting. She's saying that she would also use regulation to improve voter competence, according to a new proposed title, Fool Me Once, the case for government regulation of fake news. Rabel, who now lectures at Berkeley Law, still allies of the FEC who support internet regulation. The paper was co-written by Abby K. Wood, who is an associate professor at the University of Southern California, and Ernie Dyken, a student at USC Gould School of Law. And the proposal immediately came under the fire from, as you can imagine, the Republican FEC commissioner, who for years has been warning of the left's effort to regulate political talk they don't like, especially on conservative news feeds like Drudge's. And I actually happen to like Drudge. Yeah, they would regulate it. They would be in charge of it. And them to handle it? No, thank you. I will say this, though. Here's a consumer alert on For the People. It's something that For the People has done for many years. Either save you money or warn you on something specific. But you have to be very careful on the fake news on the internet. Not a surprise, but fake news and all sorts of things, from nutritional items to your bank card, that all look official, like, hey, there's Donald Trump with Dr. Oz. Or there's The Rock. There's one circulating with The Rock talking about how he's in trouble and how he's going to be blacklisted from movies because of a drug that's worked so well for him to enhance his bulk, his physique. And then it goes to another website. Oh, yeah, but it looks all official and everything, you know. And they're trying to tout their nutritional supplement, and they do it with everything, where it looks official. And it's amazing what you could do. It's trickery. Just like you get spam saying that there's something wrong with your bank account, and then they want you to put your information in there, and it looks like it's from Bank of America or from Chase or wherever you do your banking from. You can't. I always click on the email address on the top to see where it came from, and it's always a screwy email address. / it's, but everything else kind of looks official. But if it smells fishy, if you ever think that there might be something wrong with your account, your credit card, call your bank directly. Not from the number they give you, but from the number on the back of your credit card and your bank statement. Okay, not the number that they give you, because they'll have a number that'll actually work, and it'll be them swindling you out of your money. Be so careful. And they prey with elderly people. They're so trusting. An older may not just be as sharp as the thing and looking at every single thing, and it's just true. Folks, just be careful out there. Things can look so perfect, and things are not always in what they seem. So, again, if you have any kind of doubt at all, you should always call the institution and get the number, or have the number on your card or your bank statement for any particular thing, no matter what it is. Charge cards of any kind, somebody trying to get over. And it's amazing because, your IP, There's people that can find out where you visited from. They may not have your bank card information or all your personal information, but traces that